So I was on Twitter and I was asking you guys what kind of video you wanted to see. Do you want to see a makeup tutorial, anything like that? And you guys were like, no, we've had enough of the makeup tutorials, enough already. We want to see a storytelling video. So I was like, okay, let me put my thinking cap on, and then this one came to me. Basically, the story happens in New York City, one of my favorite cities. I love, 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 love New York City. I was flown out for a fashion show there, so I was gonna be there for 5 days, and I think it was like Monday to Friday or something like that. Or no, it's probably a weekend. Anyways, TMI. Flight goes okay, whatever. We get to the hotel, and I was disappointed with the hotel. I mean, I'm not being a brat or anything, but there was so much construction in the lobby, and there was like literally like dust everywhere. Like it was like a nice hotel, like I'd say like 4 or 5 stars, but there was construction everywhere. So like, am I supposed to like wear a plastic bag over my dress when I'm like supposed to be walking out? And I'm going to a fashion show, so I need to give fashion, so oh my god, I just saw the biggest bee of my life. But I like obviously pushed through, it was fine. Another thing about this hotel is they made me sign so much. Like, you know, like, well, obviously you have to sign like obviously on the dotted line for pure incidentals if you like break a lamp or a painting or something like that. This hotel was so next level. Like they asked for like my email, like my home address, like all this stuff. So I didn't even ask questions. I just remember like filling it out, but I was like, Jesus, am I at the airport? Like, why am I filling out 8 lines of stuff? Me and my 2 friends head up to the hotel room. Everything is cool. So we're out and about doing our own thing, and this was, I remember, the day that we got there, so I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And not saying that I have so many guys texting my phone, because I really don't. Like, I'm not like one of those people at clubs to be like, yeah, I'm the app girl, like, here's my number, whatever. Like, sometimes I do, obviously, if they're really, really cute, and like, they're trustworthy, whatever. But I'm not one to be like, oh yeah, here's my number for everyone at the club. No. So this random number starts texting me, and he was like, hey baby, long time no see, all this stuff. So I was like, oh my god, like, who is it, right? Like, oh my god, I don't have your number saved. What, like, who are you type thing, right? They were not telling me who they were. They were like, you looked so pretty when I saw you last. I was being really stupid. I was literally just like replying to everything that they sent to me. Do not do that. If a random number texts you and you actually have no interest, do not text them back. It's stupid. They could be like tracking you and like murder you or something. So I texted back. He was just being crazy. Like I would send one and then he would literally send like 6. Like, oh my god, I love your pink lipstick. Like all this crazy shit. So I was just like, thanks. But who are you? I was just thinking, like, who has this phone number? I was checking my friends' phones. Is this someone playing a prank on me? Something like that. And he would text me so much. He would call me. And I picked up one time, actually, and I didn't recognize his voice. So I was just like, who are you? But he seemed to know me really, really well. If I was, like, alone at this point, I probably wouldn't even have responded. Like, or, like, I would have put him on blacklist, honestly, but I wasn't ready to put him on blacklist yet because he hadn't really crossed any lines and we were just having fun. Like, I would like show my friends, like, oh my god, look what he just said to me. How dare he? What should we write back? Let's just call this guy Andrew, okay? So, because I'm gonna be talking about him, obviously, for the rest of the video. So, I wake up the next morning from a text from Andrew and it says, I've never been with someone like you. Okay, well, there was like 6 text messages, let me just say, because he texted me so much at one time. So, he was like, I've never been with someone like you, but I want to. Will you show me the way? And I was like, is this poetry? I swear to god, I would show you guys the text messages, but I lost my phone that trip. Like the last day we were there, we went out and we had like a crazy night. I lost my phone, I lost all the pictures, and I was most upset because I lost the text messages from Andrew. I remember I put my phone away, I was like, I'm done with this guy. Like he's just trying to like flirt with me now. Like compliments are one thing, but saying like, oh, I want to do this to you and this to you, it's just like, oh my god, you're so creepy, like stop. So I told him to stop. I go to shower, I get ready, whatever, and then I come back and there are pictures of his wee-wee on my phone. And I was gagging because it was huge. So I was like, oh my god, girl, this guy is not letting up and we are not done texting at this point. So I'm like showing my friends whatever and we're like, because it's just so shocking, like. At that point, I'm being honest, I'm being open here. I was like, I've never seen that before, so I don't know who this is. So I was like, you clearly don't know me, and why are you sending me pictures like that? Like, it's so inappropriate. I obviously don't know you. You're obviously like a stalker, and I need to call the police on you. Please don't call the police. Oh my god, please don't, please don't. I'll do anything, whatever. I'll tell you who I am. If you're gonna talk the talk, walk the walk. Tell me who you are. He doesn't tell me who he is for like probably like 2 hours. So in that time, we were just chilling in the hotel, whatever, and I kept looking back at the pictures of it. I was laying on my bed and my friend Vanessa, who was there sitting at the edge of the bed, can literally vouch for me when I say I gasped so loud. I think that honestly the construction workers downstairs in the lobby of the hotel stopped their little sledgehammers and jackknives and it was like, what was that sound? Was there a bomb? Well, like, what was that? I was gasping, I was screaming. I figured out who it was, and let me tell you who it was. I saw, okay, because in the picture, he like a little bit of his hand was in it, like holding it. It was like to the side or whatever. I saw like this much of his hand and he had tattoos, right? And like, that's another reason how I know I didn't know him. I was like, I've never been with a guy with like a full sleeve tattoos. Like, I wish, but no, I haven't. And they were like waves on his arm, like, You know how people like fill up their sleeve with like, I'm not gonna like trash it and say stupid stuff, but like just filler stuff. Like sometimes it's clouds, fire. This time it was waves from an ocean. Do you know who it was? Do you know who was texting me this entire time? The fucking hotel receptionist that checked me into the hotel. He took my information from the little sheet that I filled out and was texting me from it. Can't you get fired for that? Like, can you let me know? Anybody out there that works in the hotel business? I remembered so clearly that day when we signed in. Remember how I said that the sheet was so long with stuff? I remember I gave it back to him. I was like, okay, I'm done. He's like, oh no, you just missed over here. And he reached over the counter and his like suit went up a bit and I saw the waves on his arm. So I was like, oh my god, I'm actually an investigative journalist. Like I just figured out the crime. After that, I had put all the clues together. I drafted up a nice paragraph, hunty. Do not text me back. I know who you are. You signed me into the hotel. How dare you waste my entire trip trying to figure out who you are, making me think that we know each other and we've been with each other. How dare you? You are scum. Do not text me back. Basically something like that. He texted me back. Like, I don't know what you're thinking at this point. You want to go to jail. He was like, oh my god, please don't do that. Like, I really want to get to know you. He said to me, oh my god, he was like, can you please call for room service so I can come up and we can talk? Girl, no, what the hell? Are you kidding? You had your fun. I texted you back probably 100 times by now. You can have some material for yourself on your alone time. And needless to say, me and Andrew never got together. The only time we talked was literally when he checked me into the hotel. And I just want to know, can you get fired for that? Can you go to jail for that? Because I was offended by what he said. I mean, I don't know if he still works at that hotel anymore. I'm gonna call and ask for Andrew. And Andrew, if you're working, you better be really, really appreciative towards me. Anyways, that was my story. Let me know if anything like that has happened to you guys. I think it's really funny. It was funny at first and then it got serious and then I lost my phone, so it was kind of depressing after that. Let me know if you guys like these kind of videos, these storytelling videos. I will do more, obviously, if you guys request them. And until I see you guys next time, stay gorgeous.